Hello guys, it's Mr. Vice. How you guys doing? Um, I'm here with the homework lesson 7 answer video. You can see that we're going to be solving these equations for each variable, write what you did for each step, then determine if it has no solutions or infinitely many solutions. That should be one solution, or no solutions or infinitely many solutions. Okay. And so now from there, you can see that I've solved the first one. And this is a regular problem that we have solved. You can see the steps here. The steps result in x equals 8. And since that's x equals 8, you put that as one solution. That is one solution problem. X equals to 8, so one solution problem. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Let's put that there. See if I get this up here. Let's see if I get that up there. There you go. So now let's do the next one. So 6 is equal to 5 times x minus 1 plus x. So 6 is equal to 5x plus minus 5. I'm doing this jitter property. 5 times x, 5x. 5 times negative 1, negative 5 plus x. So I'm going to write that down. So 6x is equal to 5x minus 5 plus x, and that was the jitter property. Now I'm gonna, you notice that there's 3 terms on this side of this equation. There's this x and there's 5x. So I'm gonna combine those together since they both have x's. So 5x and x makes 6x minus 5. So I combine like terms. 6x is equal to 6x minus 5. Now let's combine like terms. And now I'm going to try to isolate my variable. So I'm going to bring over this x. So I'm going to get 0 equals negative 5. 6x minus 6x, they cancel. 6x and 6x, they cancel. So you're left with 0 equals negative 5. That was by subtracting 6x from both sides. So now this statement here is 0 equals negative 5. That is a false statement. So therefore, there is no solutions. Okay. So false statements, 0 equals negative 5 makes you go, what? That's no solution. So what is a no solution answer? Now, for the next one, you're going to have 2x plus 3 equals 3 plus 2x. So I'm going to subtract 2x on both sides. So I'm be left with 3 equals 3. Cross that out, cross that out. And that, so I'm left with 3 equals 3. And that description step was to subtract 2x on both sides. And so that's like a no duh kind of thing. So like 3 equals 3, no duh. So that when it's no duh, that means that it's infinitely many solutions. When you get a true statement, that means it's infinitely many solutions. I'm going to highlight that. Okay. Gonna go to the next one. Okay, go next one. So I'm gonna do 2x is equal to plus 3 is equal to 2x plus 5. So I'm gonna subtract 2x on both sides again, but this time I'm gonna get 3 equals 5, which is like a what? 3 does not equals 5. So since 3 does not equal 5, that's a false statement, so that's a no solution answer. This was by subtracting 2x on both sides. Okay, so that's going to be a no solutions. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. So those were two easier ones. So we have a longer one here. Right, we have a longer one there. So 3 minus 4x plus 5 is equal to 2 times 8 minus 2x. Okay, so now you can see there we have parentheses. So I'm going to multiply that 2 inside the parentheses first. So 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times negative 2x would be negative 4x. Right? So next thing you notice is that there are a couple of extra terms on this side, right? There's two of these, two constant terms there. So I'm going to combine them into 8. 8 minus 4x is equal to 16 minus 4x. So I'm going to write that down. I got to make sure I'm writing my steps. So this is going to be 3 minus 4x plus 5 is equal to 16 minus 4x. And this is the distributive property. And then next step would be to combine like terms. I didn't combine like term on the other side because they're not like. And then the next step would be to add one of the 4s over. So 8 is equal to 16. So added 4 over 4x to both sides. And so now what's happening there is that you have a statement 8 equals 16, which isn't true. So if it's not true, then it's no solutions. So I'm going to put that, highlight that. So this is no solutions. Okay. So now, ooh, I got a decimal one coming up. Ooh, decimals. So next one, 3 plus 9 is equal to 2.5x plus 14. So I got a decimal one. So I'm still, there's no parentheses, so I don't need to do distributive property. And subtract over 2.5 because it's less than 3. So this is like 3 minus 2.5 would be 0.5 plus 9. Cross these two outs is equal to 14, right? So now I'm going to write that down. So what I did was I subtracted 2.5 from both sides. So you have 0.5x plus 9 is equal to 214. So subtracted from both sides. 0.5x from both sides. So now next step, I'm going to subtract the 9 over. Subtract 9 over. So 0.5x equals 5. 9 plus 9 minus 9 cancel. 14 minus 9 is 5. So 0.5x is equal to 5. That's from subtracting 9 from both sides. And the last step would be to divide by 0.5. So x equals 5 divided by 0.5. X equals 5 divided by 0.5. If you're really savvy, that's going to be x divided by half, which is 10. So if you want to be really savvy, you could do that. So divide by 0.5 on both sides. Okay. Now, since you got to answer x equals something, that means that the answer is a one solution answer. That's going to be one solution. Okay. So we're going to move on to, we have 2 more problems to go. So 5x minus 20 is equal to negative 7x minus 20. Okay, so we're going to add 7x to both sides because that's the smaller one. So 12x minus 20 is equal to negative 20. And there we added 7x to both sides. And then I'm going to add 20 to both sides. It's going to be 0. And I'm going to divide by 12. So x equals 0. A lot of people will get confused with this answer because they're like, well, x equals 0, that means that there's no solution, right? Because 0 is not a solution. Well, that's not necessarily the case, because 0 is a real number. You can have nothing of something. 0, you can have nothing of something. So x equals 0 is a one solution answer. Divide by 12. So you can just put x equals 0 at the end. So 0 divided by 12 would be 0. Okay. So now I'm going to do the last problem. So I'm going to highlight one solution for that one. So one solution problem. Now for this one, the last one, 3 times 2x plus 1 minus 4x is equal to 2x plus 3. So I'm going to do the distributive property first. 3 times 2 is 6x. 3 times 1 would be 3 minus 4x is equal to 2x plus 3. So notice that these two both have x's and on the same side of the equation, so you combine like terms. And then I'm going to subtract 2x on both sides. And so 3 equals 3. So let's write that down. 6x minus 3 is plus minus 4x. It's equal to 2x plus 3, and that's the distributive property. And then the next one's going to be to combine like terms. So it's going to be 2x plus 3 is equal to 2x plus 3, and that's combined like terms. Then I'm going to subtract 2x on both sides. And be 3 equals 3. And then there, so this is a true statement. And now that's going to make sure that's a true statement. So that's going to be infinitely many solutions. So I'm going to highlight that one. And we're done. So hopefully you're checking your answer. You're not just copying, that you're doing your work and you're doing the hard work. You can still learn from home. It's still possible. So make sure you're doing all that stuff. I'll talk later. I'm Mr. Vias. I'll see you in class.